Okay, so today has been a real bad day. Okay, I got that new phone service yesterday, US Cellular. It worked phenomenal all the way up until I turned onto the dirt road that leads to the road that I take to get home. Here in Asher, Oklahoma, they were throwing a fit. What this established, I ended up giving out that phone number. Um, I have the Google number, but I ended up giving out that phone number when I on my way back to Ohio when they broke my car down in December of 2022. So some folks, had the number, but it was not on no hollering at me type stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like it wasn't that type of phone number exchange. It wasn't like, can I get your number and give you a call sometime type of thing. It wasn't that at all. But anyhow, they threw a fit when I got this new line yesterday because I'm back to no one having my direct phone number. And they've been throwing a fucking fit about it. I'm talking about it's been crazy, like threats and curses taking place all day today. And then I decided not to do anything, like because of how bad I was being attacked. I'm talking about this is the first time, like, I soaked beans like overnight last night, and I browned off the meat that I'm going to put in them already. I grilled last night, like 1 a.m. And I'm just saying, it's so many easy things I could have done today. It was nothing to get the beans going. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was nothing to do, finish the yard. Like, I cut the grass yesterday, too. Like, I started cutting it. I only get roughly 30-40 minutes on those 2 batteries. So I would probably have to charge another time after I burn these 2 batteries. I didn't even go back to finish. I didn't go out to finish the yard. Like, I didn't do anything that I wanted to do today. I made sure there was inactivity, like nothing taking place. All I did was wash a couple of dishes. I made sure I ate. They're giving me a problem right now, have been for like the last hour and a half. Like acid reflux. I don't have acid reflux. It has everything to do with who they're lying and saying I am. So they were about to get back on a roll. They were about to get back on a roll with like the threats and everything. When I decided to start recording, because it was like I saw how some of the things were connected, and like how I'm talking about, like, they've been talking rape to me like for almost 3 weeks straight. Like, really entertaining raping me like they do it. So I'm just gonna allow this to record for a little bit. Let me tell you how bad they were attacking me in my other bedroom, in my main bedroom, near the back door. They were attacking me so bad in there that I literally, like, feeling like I was going to throw up, jumped up and came in here to this room. Because when I come in here, they lie about who I am. It's some nasty trifling astral bodies in here. Like, this room smelled so good. Like, disinfectant. It smelled like disinfectant. And like me after a shower. Like, and they had it smelling so trifling. So, I came in here, like I said, because they call me, they lie about who I am when I'm in here, and they call me a different person. And they didn't stop. It had everything to do with this new phone line. They didn't stop. And while this is on like this, They're not allowing the service to work like it's supposed to. First of all, I told you when I had to their world, it's been curtains, so that means I can't do anything with it. I can't use it like I intended to. It's unlimited, and I added a hotspot to it, you know, so that I'd be able to use my phone as the hotspot. Which with that carrier was an additional charge, and the hotspot. Yeah, I haven't been able to use it at all. Um, I said that too many times, and they erased what I was gonna say. With this, it says Tequila's iPhone. You know, it's what's showing under the Wi-Fi connection. So it's not a hidden network or anything anymore, like my T-Mobile. And they woke me up at 5 a.m. Now, mind you, I just said I was grilling, so you know I probably didn't finish till about 2. They woke me at 5 a.m. Have been attacking me ever since. I'm talking about literally tried to chase sleep. It was 2, when I finally looked at the time, it was 2 p.m., like 2:30 p.m. And then that's when I decided in that moment I wasn't going to do anything. Because what they do is, you know, I normally knock things out pretty quick. So what they do is they attack me all day as long as they fucking can. And then they'll wait to, you know, kind of let off and let up at the last minute and watch me cram everything into a small amount of time. Like I don't have shit to do. I need to go get my earplugs and put them back in. Did you say turn on what? You've been threatening me. A couple of female agents told me that if I didn't give them those $90 for that Boost mobile phone service, that they were going to pretty much show their ass. They've been talking about school. But I'm saying, like, all that shit is nothing compared to the things that they were saying. And I can't even almost try to reiterate it. You know they're blocking it. And have removed a lot of it. I'm talking about all day. Like, I had a shower probably 2 hours ago. It's been about 2 hours. Yeah, maybe almost 2 hours. Like, still, they won't allow me to go to sleep. What time is it now? And now it's saying I have no service. The time is 8:24. You know, I always wonder if the tracking continues when this is off. Let me see if I can replicate my iPhone on my laptop. It's not showing up, but it does say no service right now, which it hadn't been saying. So they just completely knocked it out. I found that also they were lying about my location today. Like for about almost a week straight, whenever I asked, like when I would occasionally ask, it would give me my right address, but you know they were still lying about who I was. So it's still a lose-lose situation. They were talking about all the extreme changes they make to one another. Satan himself entertained, like, pretty much, like, allowing me. He was trying to satisfy both sides. Like, pretty much saying if he changed me back to myself, like, would I buy the same liquor I had been buying? Because that's something also. Like I said I wasn't gonna drink either for a few days. Like, and that always causes some problems and makes for more extreme attacks. It causes problems with the lies they're telling on me. And whatever I said before that. um, so still, I'm not showing up, and now I have one of 4 bars. Shut the fuck up. They said they're realizing that I don't play with the devil. Okay, so back to no service. I want to stop even entertaining that. So this the tracking light, right? I want to see if that still happens when it's off. I always wondered that and never got around to it. So this iPhone is charging. Okay, so that's how I recall in the past. I would normally turn my device off to lose them, or not to lose them, but to not have a way for them to claim the behavior. You know, so as long as there was a tracking device, they was lying about who they were tracking. Um, And recall there's been plenty of times where I would mention that they turned my phone that I had off on. So look, I'm not gonna say anything else. I have to calm down some of this motherfucking noise because, like I said, the threats are real bad and all kind of shit. Like the attacks are real bad, the curses are real bad. The voodoo, the voodoo shit is all real fucking bad. Is if they're having someone cook my recipe, and I don't. Like I said, this was with intent to calm it down. Like, it's not for me to know everything that's being said because you know the dialogue is nonstop and it's multiple, like lots of fucking agents talking all at once. Oh, my back. I burped and he just said I farted. I'm talking about my back, my neck, and my head. They were attacking, like, and it wasn't even like they're worse. Like, they do so much. It gets way worse than that. I can't put it into words right now. They still been selling stuff. They put cuts on my feet. They act like I didn't just have a pedicure. Like, put a whole bunch of skin on the bottom of my foot and like some of those horrible deep cracks that make it painful to walk. But they stole my big paper rug. They've been putting trash in my yard with parallel reality. So they act like they actually did something they didn't do and apply the effect. They were talking about how you, the viewers, would know. That's a couple of times they mentioned that today. How you, the viewers, would know that they took my family from me. So they were talking about how like I had relatives, some that like pretty much counted on me to make it like for everyone. I think I said this before in another video. And they said that they got tired of me giving them hope. And they also said that now that I'm finally going to get out of this situation, like I don't even have anyone, that I would never allow any of my relatives, like I would never have any of them. I would never allow any of them to, even come in contact with me. So that means I have cousins, uncles, like, or uncles, yeah, like, that I wouldn't allow to, that I wouldn't care for. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna be like, make sure there's not gonna be any motherfucking body on my manifest, okay? Whereas it would have been like 30 motherfuckers, like it'll end up being like 3. Earlier they were talking about if I even give them a chance to talk, even give them a chance to speak. Like, you don't understand the technologies that I'm talking about. Like, they have everything I need. I can show you whatever I want to show you. I can show you their thoughts during questionable situations. I can show you their thoughts during times where they had no reason to solicit negative thoughts. I can show you their motives, their intentions, that they always have been ill-willed, and that they always secretly hated me, but was riding my motherfucking dick as long as they felt I had a little bit of money. They were even talking about like murdering some of we were talking about we're in about 3 weeks. We're in about a 3-week window now. Today is the 22nd of March 2023. We're in a 3-week window before all this shit goes down. And they were like even talking about up until this, like today, like with everything that's about to transpire, they were talking about like killing some people because of what they were going to be faced with. They mentioned my aunt, my mom's sister, for one, specifically. And it was odd that they mentioned her brother too. Her my grandmother's child number 2. So my mom, and then it was him. That shit made no sense when they mentioned him. I mean, it did make sense, but I wouldn't have expected them to say him. They've been talking about how bad this is going to be. And how pretty much I'm equipped. I can go shoot up any place. If I wanted to, I can go shoot up a shopping mall, a grocery store, a school, a church. But they were talking about how it added even more validity to my claims that I'm going back to the neighborhood where they manifested all their attacks and did the most damage. Well, y'all better shut the fuck up, and I mean shut the fuck up, because I don't got time like this to waste either. Don't nobody want to watch 40 motherfucking minutes of silence before they hear me speak. Leave me the fuck alone. I've been trying to sleep literally for over 12 hours. 15. And another thing, those 3 that I was talking about, like, it is so fucking bad. Like, I look at what I have to go through to get to be alone. To be left a fucking alone. Like, those 3, like, that's just to get them out of their environments and make sure they're somewhere safe. You get what I'm saying? Like, it would be like an order. But I would not allow them to be with me. Not right away. Like, there's no telling when I'll finally see my mom. I just have to make sure she's protected. And when I say 30, 30 is not even realistic. It would have been more like 60, 70. They've been going on and on about the neighbors too today. And like I said, you know, it is... You can imagine they're only talking about a few. Look, I told you before, the houses around me are vacant. I only got one person behind me, okay? Everything else is like, any other face in this neighborhood where I know no one, any other face that might be familiar, it's like down the road or around the corner somewhere. They've been going on and on and on and fucking on about them all fucking day. And they've been making a habit out of that lately. I won't give it no motherfucking life. They're mad because I won't entertain it. They're mad because I'm not writing about it. They're mad because I'm not talking about it in videos, like going into details about what they're saying to me about them. It's not getting no motherfucking life. It's no different than the other situation. You can imagine every motherfucking body's guilty. They're using them. They were talking about the cops in Akron, like how my arrest was going to go. About putting their knee in the small of my back. About dislocating my shoulder. About how they were going to program them to respond. While another said he was just going to have me put my hands in front of me. Because if they had me put my hands behind me, that others would see the other event. The other arrest where they gave me a misdemeanor. To claim that I was all the males. Oh, and they broke a brand new air compressor straight out of the box. It arrived on Monday. I'm just talking about every week is something, another delay. It arrived on Monday. I hooked it up that evening. They tore it up. So I contact Amazon and arranged for a return. And dropped it off yesterday. Today's only Wednesday. They arranged a free replacement. I still sent in the other one, even though they said I didn't have to, because the how this was intended to be was I got it Monday. I would have filled up to my 250 bar and sent it back Monday also, like returned it. So my return would have already been processed. By the end of the week, beginning next week, I would have had those $200 back already. And I was just more loops to hop through. And then the motherfuckers thought I was going to spend $300 today. Right now they're talking about footage. Like, not just remote neural monitoring. You know, that when I was talking about, like, what I can make available to the public. Like, they're talking about the footage, too. Like, you'll see me in conversation with those that know me. You get to see how I live my entire motherfucking life. Trying to see if I'm done charging. I had 1% when I started this video. No, I have 58, which is weird. It should have been much further along than that. They said that y'all are gonna hear everything that they were saying if I go into my other bedroom, and that's where I'm going. That's where I was planning on sleeping tonight. It's also where I slept for those couple hours last night. But it's the room that they claim belongs to the female in the house behind me. So, you can imagine I was threatening to stay out of there. Threatening to stay out of my own bedroom. Okay? And they're still doing shit with my gas. Like, they turn it on when they want to. Like, and they turn it on, like, once I fell asleep, to make sure, to overheat me and make sure that I wake up, you know, like a horrible mess. And that sometimes, most of the time, it just runs, and, you know, like, they'll just run it on purpose, but make sure nothing hits that side. They're cursing and spelling about my butt right now. I'm not going to tell you the details of what they're saying, because it's vulgar, and it mentions relatives. Okay, so they're putting my neck in extreme pain. They're like, I don't know, I think they're simulating, like, a leg being across it. So as soon as they saw me need to turn my phone around and put the flash on, they realized that I was about to capture something that was noticeable. There's no way for me to press my own neck into the pillow, you know, and you could see that, like, it was invisibly taking place, and they let up a little bit. So if it should continue there, and they still haven't let me sleep. It's 10:30. Still won't let me sleep. They just knocked my keys down for like the 4th time in the last 2 days. So right at my door, my front door, I think they're trying to punch it. Anyhow, right at my front door, there's a little silver hook that has both sets of my keys. So that's, you know, they both go to that Benz. Lately they've been knocking it off the wall. Normally they would do it right before the thing behind me left. What took place is a car, like a truck, sound like a truck, just rolled by. I took my earplugs out because I was going to go take the trash out, so someone's trying to act like they saw me. That's what that means. The agent rolled by is going to lie, claim it saw me when it didn't. They're going to use the satellite footage to claim that it belonged to its lenses when it doesn't. But it passes by, and when it passes by, they knock that those keys from the wall. So here in Asher, the trash goes out Wednesday night for Thursday morning, same as it was where I lived in Akron, Ohio. And when they knocked them from the wall, they attacked my sensory perception also. So they sent like, they applied the effect that they had on a clone of me to me. So I felt it all. I felt like a shock, and then an extreme chill from like the top of my head to probably the middle of my chest. When in reality, all I did was like focus in and pay attention. You get what I'm saying? Like, there was no reaction. So they did what they always do. They claimed that I had a reaction I didn't have. Something they've been doing a whole lot lately, and it's associated with the facial expression curses that they apply. Been applying for months now. Is they fake the face that I'm making all the time, especially while I'm out in public. They always try to pull off. They always show it's artificial intelligence. So like it's all about seeing things the wrong way. So, or seeing things the wrong way and gaining intel you have no way of knowing. So they try to pull off shame faces, or they suggest. They don't try to pull off. This is what they're suggesting to the identities around and nearby. They're suggesting shame. They're suggesting embarrassment. They're suggesting insecurities. They're suggesting I'm trying to look at the type of faces that I've noticed them making that totally conflict with what my facial expression looks like. That's all that's coming to mind right now. Yeah, so I just decided to research the bug that is the government put in my this bedroom, in the ceiling the other day, and that was after me sleeping in the other bedroom. So that night I didn't sleep in here. I come in here that morning or around noon, before noon maybe, and I noticed, like I just got out the shower or something, and I'm getting dressed, and I look up and I notice. Look, that day they put 2 bugs in here. Okay, they put this croach thing, like it looks like a roach. Okay, it technically is one. So look, just now I was researching it, and I'm so glad I wasn't recording, because you would have heard me screaming. Like, I'm like completely freaking the fuck out, right? So I took some pictures of it, and I managed to kill it. All right. And then all of it was about delay. That shit takes me like a little bit. You get what I'm saying? Like it would delay me departing. Okay. So that happens. Then I go in my kitchen out of nowhere. I look in the ceiling, and they got a huge ass motherfucking mosquito in the ceiling. And so I have to kill that before leaving. But the roach thing, like, they were calling me her when they did that, and saying that she was the one that put it in my space to claim that I was her. And they stalked me with a black Impala that day. So this is just, damn, was all that yesterday? That was all yesterday. And the cop was parked outside before I left. I didn't know it was a cop at the time. But literally, as soon as I backed out of my driveway, a white car was passing by on the road, and he whooped the white car and pulled it over. And I ended up going in the other direction, the way that I would normally go out. But Sinetta, which is the nickname that they were using for Upland and attacks they were making, but it's associated with Sinetta Studios, which is which discusses like I don't know, honestly, I don't know what all they cover, but that's where I researched some of the Moorish stuff, like Moorish videos. And anyways, All three of those go together. Sinetta, the Black Impala, and the police. You know, they often call Steve, the ghost man, the police. They often call him the cops. They often call him APD. And the last 2 days, it had been posted out there on that road. Um, um, they jab my thoughts. And y'all keep in mind, this is all taking place in a space where I haven't spotted any type of motherfucking like pest activity. No critters, no nothing. Other than the occasional couple bugs they put in here. Like, and before, they stepped it up a notch with that. That shit is cruel and inhumane. Okay, and I'm talking about that day I was screaming too. And like normally I be so fucking mad, so terrified of the bug, and just like, and on top of them having my throat chakra locked up, that I don't even be able to verbalize it. Like they let go that fucking day in a scream, like I was in here like screaming, stomping, you know what I'm saying, like throwing a fucking fit. But anyhow, yeah, that. But before that, they were doing wasp only. See? And now they're fucking with me. They just touched my fucking thumb while I was like running my hand across the comforter. I mean, not the comforter, but the sheet. But yeah, it was only wasp at first. Y'all, I just ran into, I made a video about it. A really messed up, like a nasty situation. Near where I put my can on the curb. Like, with just pesky like things. I'm gonna have to spray out there. I took my gloves out with me with intent to put it in the trash to finally get rid of that log. Because when he came and he picked up that shrub today, like those tree branches, the log must have fell off again. And this is the second time it's happened, and it's a really mangy fucking log. Okay, like it's diseased all the way. Like it has fire ants in it, and the wood from the first time that I put out there, from the second time that I put out there, it had maggots in it. And so somehow, like those fire ants that live in that wood, they have been doing something, I guess. Like I think it's because it's moist out. Like it was damp earlier today. So I don't know, maybe that played a part because the grass is kind of damp right now. It's not dry, and it's like a ton of mosquitoes, grasshoppers, all kind of shit, just like all in that one area. It was trifling. And then I even seen so after I get done telling you this roach story, I get out there and I see a motherfucking roach on the log. Like when I shine my light, it ran up into it and then ran away. Like hurry up, scattered into it and scattered away. I can't have shit like that.